I just picked up a behemoth of a light. It's a Walmart light called the Kolossus by Kodiak Lighting. It's a big old monster. Look at that emitter. So it says it has a 15,000 lumen turbo mode for 30 seconds. It says a 10,000 lumen high for 2 hours, 3,000 lumen medium for 5, and 300 lumens for 30 hours. It's 5,000 milliamp hour, rechargeable, 1 meter drop test, IPX4, and twist to focus. It's gonna kind of be interesting to see how much heat this can make. I saw here that it automatically locks after 2 minutes of non-use. I guess that would be okay. If this isn't something you're going to be carrying in your pocket and need to pull out real quick. Double click the power button to unlock it, and then you click through high, medium, and low. You hold the button either when it's off and unlocked or when it's on. You hold the button down and it'll hit turbo mode. It's also you can use this as a portable power pack to charge your phone or something. It has two 26650s for a total of 5,000 milliamp hour. Honestly, that doesn't sound like very much to me. Two 26650s? Aren't 21700s already? One 21700 at 5,000 milliamp hour? I don't know. That doesn't seem like a whole lot of power, but I guess it'll be twice the voltage. So 7.4 volts at 5,000 milliamp hour. That's quite a bit of power. For the portable power usage for charging, it'll do 5 volts and output 1 amp. All right, so let's get into this thing. Kind of eager to check it out. This plastic seems fairly thick. Oops, sorry about hitting the camera. This might be a really good vehicle light, especially since it can be a power bank. Or a front door light. Tactical grade, of course. Nothing but the best. Okay. Comes with a USB-A to USB-C. I kind of wish, I'm glad everything's going to USB-C now, but I wish the cords now would start coming with USB-C. Go C to C, because a lot of the high-end chargers are C output, not A output. Alright, here's our charge port. So you have an A out for the power bank, and then you have a C in for charge. I don't like that. Hear that? I don't like that squeaky thread. Those threads are really, really dry. I cannot take that. I'm gonna go to my Nio gel before I even turn this thing on, and we're gonna correct that. Just running a little bit of nylon gel along these threads. I'm not going to deal with twist to focus and having it scream at me like that. That's nuts. There, that's a lot better. Still hear it, but it feels a lot smoother and better. So I'm gonna go with that. Okay, let's see if we can unlock this. Double click to unlock. The button blinked twice, which is what we want. Then that should be high, medium, and low. You click again off, then click again on. And it starts out on high, medium, low. Then if I hold it down, goes to turbo. It seems like a lot of light. Let's see if we can. I think I need to charge it. I was gonna play with it a little bit and see if we could focus it, but it won't come on. I think it's just dead. Fresh out of the package, I usually always charge it anyways. So what I'm gonna do is charge this up, and then we're gonna take it outside into the dark and see how it does. We're gonna compare it to an Olight Marauder 2. So this says it has a 15,000 lumen turbo and a 10,000 lumen high. The Marauder is a 14,000 lumen at its highest. And then I also have an Immelin MSO6. This is a 25,000 lumen light. Now the Marauder does have a spotlight beam that we can switch to, but its floodlight is just pure flood. And the same is true with the Immelin. It might be a little bit more focused. It'll be interesting. We'll get these all outside, all three of these, and we'll give them a try in the darkness and see what we come up with. And then we'll come down and discuss what we found. All right, see you out in the dark. Okay, here we are. So let's bring this new Kodiak light on. Unlocked it, and one click brings it on to high. Wow. That is a lot of light. It really is. And it's big time flood. There's very little throw. It just lights up the whole area in front of me. So this is on its high level. There's medium, and there's low. Low runs for 30 hours, and it's still a decent amount of light, but let's kick it onto turbo. Pushed and hold, it didn't really make that big of a difference. You could maybe tell on the camera. Okay. So let's kick on the seeker. There's a seeker running at its highest output level, and it has a much hotter spot in the middle. You can see that there. Compared to the behemoth from Walmart. There's the seeker. So the seeker has just way more throw, and that's funny because it's a floody light, but I can see a lot further down the road. In my opinion, This big light from Walmart would be great close up, but you're not going to look down the road. Seeker. Kodiak. See, when I'm moving the Kodiak and you're looking inside of the beam, there's no hot spot at all with that huge reflector right out front. There's nothing. The Seeker, you can tell where I'm pointing the light. All right, let's set the Seeker down. Carrying all these lights out here was kind of crazy. Okay, let's see about this twist to focus. So I just spun that off quite a ways, and I don't see any difference. So when it says twist to focus, it's not talking about the lens area up front. It's talking about this area back closer to the button. Okay, so now that's at its most focused. Let's give that a turbo. Okay, so now we do have a more focused beam that should throw better. There's the Seeker. And there, let me put it on turbo, get the most out of it that we can. Seeker, and there's the Kodiak. Kodiak just isn't holding it compared to the Seeker. Even in its focused mode, I'm gonna dial that back, okay? Let's pull out the emelant. All right, see here. There's the emelant on high, 25,000 lumen. So there's the emelant, and there's the Kodiak light. The emelant absolutely stomps it. There's the Kodiak, and there's the emelant. Again, the emelant has a more focused area, making it a really good, I just heard something behind me, making it a really good light for area, but also it has some throw still. I like that. I like having both. Okay, now I didn't say this while we were down in the cave, but I also brought out a much smaller light. I've got the Nitecore EDC 37, and I want to see, because that's kind of getting up there, 8,000 lumens. That's getting up into the same territory as the Kodiak's claiming. Let's see how that looks compared to the Kodiak. I'm going to go straight to the top end lumen shield. There, that's supposedly the 15,000 lumen on the Kodiak. And there's the lumen shield Nitecore. That's 10,000 lumen from the Kodiak, supposedly. And that's the Nitecore. Honestly, I think the Nitecore makes a more usable beam. The bad part is this. Power remaining. The smaller light, this Nitecore, now has to sit here and recharge and cool off. You only get that blast for just a short amount of time. While the front end of this Kodiak is beginning to get pretty warm, it's still producing a claimed 10,000 lumen. Do I believe that? Not really. When I can take this seeker and turn it down a little bit, and I still can see farther and better with it than this Kodiak. The seeker full on, or I keep calling it seeker, don't I? The Marauder full on is 14,000 lumen. This is supposedly 10. I'm not seeing it. Let's take them into the woods and let's see what we see in like more closer range usages. Okay, let's take a look at this Kodiak light in the closer confines of the woods. See, now it's starting to makes more sense, because I can see as far as I could normally see inside the woods, because it's very limited, and it's lighting up the entire area. Look at the canopy. Lights up the whole tree canopy above me. The whole area in front of me. See, now this I could see being useful. If I was tracking something, I could go to the lower settings and still have, this is on medium, and still have plenty of light, because I'm only looking just a few feet in front of me. Here's low for 30 hours. I don't know if this is quite as useful. Maybe for camping, if you don't want to blind everybody. So let's push and hold and get the full 15,000 lumen. Again, it's not much different than the claimed 10,000 lumen high, or turbo. But it's definitely bright, and it lights up the woods nicely. Let's see what the Marauder does out here. Well, again, I just think the Marauder does a better job. See, the big Kodiak light, it does light up everything in front of me, but the Marauder just lets me look ahead a little bit better and everything. All right, that's supposedly 15,000 lumen from the Kodiak, and this is 14 from the Marauder 2 here, but I think the Marauder makes more light. All right, well, let's head back inside, and we'll get some weights and dimensions on these behemoths and kind of see what we're dealing with. See you inside. Okay, before I give my final thoughts, let's just kind of take a look at these lights and get some stats. I didn't do it before. I probably should have done it in the first part of the video. So this Kodiak Kolossus is 10 7/8 long, has about a 3-inch diameter bezel. The handle is 1 5/8 inches in diameter. Let's weigh this thing. .7 ounces. It's a big beast. let's see how much the Marauder 2 weighs, because it's heavy too. 26.9, so about 27 ounces. 27 ounces compared to, you know, close to 32 ounces. It's a decent difference. And then the MSO6, only about 20 and a half ounces. So when we're talking about weight and just sheer size, this Kodiak Kolossus is way bigger than these other two. But its performance doesn't match them. I would be happy with this light if its performance at least matched the Marauder, but it definitely does not. There's no throw to this. Even when you unscrew this head to focus, it still does not have very good throw at all. And I'm not gonna carry a light like this around and put up with the weight and size for something that I can't even look 100 yards with. You know, I've kind of made up my mind that I'm glad I took care of the packaging when I took this out, because I'm gonna return this. Most of the time I like to keep these lights. I don't get rid of much because it gives me something to compare to and everything, but this was a chunk of change, and I don't really care for it. I don't like the UI that much. It doesn't have memory. I don't mind that it locks, but then it always comes on high. Then you have to lower it, and then you have to go through all of that. So I can't just turn it off. I just don't like the UI on it. The UI kills it, and then up here close like this, it seems to make a lot of light. But as soon as you get out and really use it, it's just not as usable. This Marauder 2, it just blows it out of the water, and then the Emerald is crazy bright. So my advice is I would buy this. Again, this is the Kolossus. It's a fairly expensive light. It looks impressive, but another problem is, let's get this battery compartment open. This battery is basically just two 26650s put together. 37 watt hours, 5,000 milliamp hours. It just doesn't seem like very much power in here. For this huge barrel, look at this. Just rattles around in here. Just kind of sits in there loose. I don't like that at all. And if I wanted to deal with this huge light so that it could be maybe possibly a power supply for my phone, I'm gonna want a better battery. This thing's ginormous. So anyway, that's what I think. I would avoid this light. Spend a little bit more money, get the Marauder 2 or the Emerald MSO6. You're gonna be happier. They're better lights. And that about wraps it up. I hate to end with a negative review, but I gotta be honest with it. And I just don't care for this. So I took good care of the packaging. I have the receipt. I'm just gonna take it back and probably use the money toward getting another light to review. Hopefully one that I like and keep. All right, thanks for watching. I appreciate it. Thumbs ups are great. Lets me know that you like what I'm doing. And I'm open for suggestions, lights that you'd like to see, or, you know, improvements, anything. Let me know in the comments. Thanks and take care.